Here's your wrestling news for January 15th, 2026. Your headlines for today include WWE Megastar chosen to dethrone Drew McIntyre, shock name revealed. NXT talent blindsided by WWE's sudden call-up orders. AEW set to sign major stable following TNA exit. Retired WWE Hall of Famer teasing in-ring comeback. WWE targeting huge name for next big signing. Drew McIntyre speaks on Chris Jericho returning to WWE, and more. Drew McIntyre may be the newly crowned Undisputed WWE Champion, but according to a new report, his reign could be much shorter than fans expect. Over the past few days, several credible outlets have discussed multiple creative directions for the WWE Championship picture heading into WrestleMania 42. Now, Ibou of Self Made has added a major new twist to the conversation. According to Ibou, WWE is considering a plan that would see Roman Reigns return on the road to WrestleMania and defeat McIntyre to recapture the Undisputed Championship. The American Nightmare would then step in and challenge the OTC to a championship match at WrestleMania, setting up Reigns vs. Rhodes 3 at this year's Showcase of the Immortals. The report noted that WWE's original direction had Cody Rhodes holding the title until WrestleMania 42, where he would have defended it against Reigns. However, that plan shifted when the company opted for a major swerve, booking McIntyre to defeat Rhodes on SmackDown. If the current idea moves forward, McIntyre's reign would serve as a bridge between Cody's loss and the next chapter of the Rhodes-Reigns rivalry. It's important to note that the report did not state this plan is finalized, nor did it outline how Reigns would be positioned to challenge McIntyre. As with most WrestleMania season discussions, creative decisions remain fluid. Do you like this idea? Should Drew McIntyre remain champion heading into, and possibly through, WrestleMania 42, or should WWE return the title to Roman Reigns to complete the trilogy with Cody Rhodes? Share your thoughts in the comments below. NXT is reportedly scrambling behind the scenes after a wave of unexpected main roster call-ups left the brand blindsided and short-handed. According to Self Made Pro on a recent Self Made session, WWE's main roster executed several sudden talent moves with almost no communication to NXT, leaving the developmental team blindsided. The abrupt call-ups have created confusion internally as multiple key names were removed from ongoing storylines without warning. Trick Williams, Obafemi, Jordynne Grace, and Javon Evans have all been elevated to Raw or SmackDown in recent weeks, and these weren't fringe performers. They were central pillars of NXT programming, with some of them holding championships anchoring major feuds or main eventing shows. Self Made explained the situation bluntly. A lot of this call-up stuff has come together very late, and I have reasonable evidence that there was not a lot of coordination and collaboration between the main roster and NXT on how to do this. The lack of communication reportedly ran so deep that even long-term NXT creative plans were disrupted. Self Made noted that NXT believed it had an arrangement allowing Obafemi and Javon Evans to continue appearing on both brands until WrestleMania 42 weekend, an agreement that seemingly vanished overnight. Because the NXT side expected to at least be able to do double duty with Obafemi and Javon Evans until Mania, WrestleMania 42 weekend. Instead of the expected shared use approach, the talent were pulled entirely, leaving NXT with no backup options and no time to pivot. What might look like a routine talent reshuffle on television was, behind the scenes, described as a breakdown in coordination between WWE's departments. Self Made emphasized just how abruptly everything came together. The bottom line is this: a lot of this clearly came together late, and there was not a lot of coordination from the top down. The right hand wasn't knowing what the left hand was doing, in the sense that NXT was kind of blindsided by these call-ups. How do you not prepare guys behind them? He added that the sudden change wiped out NXT's expectation that its rising stars would be available for both brands. They're out of nowhere because, like I said, these guys were expected to do double duty, and right now, they're not doing double duty anymore. With Trick Williams, Obafemi, Jordynne Grace, and Javon Evans now all positioned as full-time main roster stars, NXT is left with major gaps to fill and very little time to rebuild. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. The Rascals are officially finished with TNA, and all signs now point toward AEW becoming their next destination. During a recent Self Made session, Self Made Pro provided a clear update on the foursome status, stating, "I can vouch for this. I'm very confident that the Rascals are heading to AEW." The move comes after weeks of signs pointing toward an exit. The biggest indicator was Myron Reed's sudden removal from the previously advertised X Division Championship match against Leon Slater on the January 15th episode of Impact. While Slater remained in promotional material, Reed quietly vanished from every graphic, and no on-air explanation was offered. Everything became clearer as the week progressed, revealing that the Rascals are no longer with TNA. This departure didn't come out of nowhere. Back in October 2025, Zachary Wentz revealed on TNA television that the group's contracts were set to expire at the end of the year. That announcement came after Wentz, Trey Miguel, Myron Reed, and Desmond Xavier were all left off the Bound for Glory card, despite being one of TNA's most consistent and creatively reliable factions. With 2026 now underway, none of the 4 members are under contract. PW Insider previously reported that TNA declined to pick up extensions on Wentz and Miguel. Myron Reed has updated his social media bio to free agent, and Xavier was never formally signed despite appearing on television. TNA has not commented publicly on the breakup, but the combination of silent departures, removed graphics, and credible reporting has closed the book on their time with the company. If AEW is indeed where the Rascals land next, Tony Khan may have secured one of the most dynamic and cohesive units in modern wrestling. Their chemistry, fast-paced style, and established trio identity could provide an immediate boost to both the tag team and trios divisions, areas where AEW continues to invest heavily. Do you want to see the Rascals in AEW? And where do you think they fit best? Tag division, trios, or something new entirely? Share your thoughts in the comments. It looks like WWE has its sights on another rising name from Japan, and this time the interest appears unusually strong. F4W Online reports that WWE is really going after NJPW's Gabe Kidd, whose contract is set to expire at the end of January. With AEW also monitoring the situation, his decision could become one of the more significant free agent storylines of early 2026. According to the report, Kidd isn't just one of several names WWE is considering for the future. His situation is different. He is being discussed at the highest levels within the company, indicating a level of urgency not typically attached to the standard scouting conversations. The belief is that WWE really wants him, especially with AEW and NJPW still firmly in the mix. Kidd has had a standout year across NJPW and Rev Pro, establishing himself through raw, uncompromising promos and a physical, hard-hitting style as part of the Bullet Club War Dogs. His unfiltered approach on the microphone and refusal to tone things down have made him one of the industry's most talked about breakout acts. With his contract nearing its end and multiple major promotions interested, Kidd's next move could shift the landscape on either side of the Pacific. Where do you think Gabe Kidd fits best, WWE or AEW? Which company do you think can utilize his style and personality more effectively? Share your thoughts below. Chris Jericho's status remains a mystery, and Drew McIntyre is adding fuel to the fire with a new comment. Speaking to TMZ.com ahead of the January 9th, 2026 episode of SmackDown, McIntyre addressed the growing speculation around Jericho's future, with talks of a potential WWE comeback continuing to pick up momentum. Drew said, "Chris Jericho is one of my friends. I spent a lot of my youth with him. He's a massive, massive star, and at this point in his life and career, whatever makes him happy makes me happy. He's gonna make a huge splash wherever he goes. If it's for us, why not?" Adding to the intrigue, Sports Illustrated recently reported that Jericho is expected to work in TNA under the broader WWE umbrella, with a debut set for January 15th. The situation has only intensified fan discussion, especially with no clear confirmation from Jericho himself. McIntyre's comment doesn't confirm Jericho's next move, but it certainly doesn't close the door either. With rumors still swirling and conflicting reports emerging, Jericho's path heading into 2026 remains an open question. Is Chris Jericho WWE bound, preparing for a TNA collaboration, or staying put in AEW? What do you think happens next? Share your predictions below. WWE Hall of Famer JBL hasn't competed in a full match since his quick loss to Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania 25 in 2009, but that streak may be nearing its end. In a surprising update, JBL posted a video on Twitter showing himself taking a bump in the ring for the first time in 16 years. For someone retired for more than a decade, he appeared noticeably smooth, sparking immediate speculation about what he may be preparing for. JBL also gave credit to the people helping him get back into ring shape, specifically longtime trainers Jody Malenko and Al Snow. Along with the training clip, he confirmed that he will be appearing at a major Ohio Valley wrestling event, though no match has been officially announced. While JBL hasn't declared an in-ring comeback, the timing and nature of the video have fans wondering whether he's gearing up for a one-off bout, or if OVW may be setting the stage for something more substantial. Would you like to see JBL step back into the ring for one more match, or should his WrestleMania moment remain his final chapter? Share your thoughts below. WWE's 2026 Royal Rumble is already breaking new ground before the first entrant even appears, all because the event is taking place inside a stadium that hasn't been fully completed yet. Royal Rumble will take place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on January 31st. The venue, located in the King Abdullah Financial District, is a brand new stadium being built specifically for the show. While work on the site remains incomplete with only weeks to go, recent images and videos have reportedly shown steady progress as WWE and its Saudi partners push toward finishing the project. Despite the tight timeline, WWE appears fully committed. Ticket pre-sale interest shattered previous records, generating the highest demand ever for a professional wrestling event. With the company's global marketing machine behind it, WWE is betting that the venue will be ready just in time to officially launch the road to WrestleMania 42. This year's Royal Rumble marks a significant milestone, the first time WWE has taken the event outside the US, adding another chapter to the company's ongoing and often debated partnership with Saudi Arabia. Former WWE star Danny Burch has opened up about the severe mental health struggle he faced after his release in January 2022, a period he says nearly cost him his life. In an interview with Master Amir on January 8, 2026, Burch reflected on the months that followed his departure, describing a combination of injury, shifting management, and emotional collapse that pushed him to the brink. Still recovering from a serious injury and not medically cleared to wrestle, Burch admitted that he remained with WWE solely for the paycheck, something he now considers a major mistake. He pointed to WWE's internal restructuring as a key factor behind his exit. After Triple H took over talent relations and John Laurinaitis was removed from his role, a wave of releases followed, targeting talent brought in under previous leadership. That was all down to the politics of when I was first hired. About 2 weeks before I reported for duty, Hunter came in and basically fired John Laurinaitis, or made him resign as head of talent relations so he could become a producer. You can speculate whether Hunter wanted to fire him earlier but couldn't because he was protected by Vince. Who knows? Burch said he was part of that same purge, alongside names like Samoa Joe, William Regal, Hideki Suzuki, and Ace Steel. Unable to wrestle and unable to work elsewhere, he said the financial pressure and emotional toll quickly escalated. He spiraled into alcoholism and lashed out online, behavior he now fully regrets. His lowest point came in December 2022 when he said he was prepared to end his life. The person who stopped him was his wife. I went into a very dark place with alcohol. I lashed out online and said things I don't even remember saying. I know I offended a lot of people, and if anyone watching was affected by that, I sincerely apologize. I'm a completely different man now. That change is because of my wife. If she hadn't been there for me in December 2022, I would have hung myself. I thank God that didn't happen because I wouldn't have the life I have now with her and my dog. Burch's candid reflections highlight just how difficult the road can be after leaving WWE, especially when injury, uncertainty, and silence converge. He credits his wife for saving his life and hopes his story encourages others to seek help before things reach a breaking point.